Welcome, folks. Hope you all are doing well. My camera's a little bit wonky today because I was playing with. I've got like this. Oh wow, got some feedback. But yeah, it's a little bit wonky because I moved my little articulating arm. I gotta get a better one. I just don't want to invest a lot of money into it. I'm cheap. Let me turn this stuff down. Oh, there's why. It's because I have the YouTube link. There we go. Now I can turn everything out. Amazing how that happens. uh, hey, I see we got Eric in here. You guys, man, you guys have been awesome. You've been hitting me up with all of the places for the maps. Here, I'll turn this so you can see all the maps up there on the wall there. I've been writing them all down, so I will get to all of you. Whoa, something just break off. I think I might have broke something. But yeah, I've been writing down as you guys send me where you guys are all from. It's really cool. Um, I like going through all the places where you guys are from. Uh, I like going through them with my kid, and then we talk about the places. So it's a nice little exercise. We can find out about where you guys live. I see AVA is up in the house. What's up, man? And I see we got Heather Marion in here, Chris Guzman. Welcome. I see Pam. Welcome, folks. It's I really needed to do a stream because there's these other streamers who like to steal my content, and they need new content. So I thought I'd come on and give them something new to talk about. So for a lot of you who were watching the live stream earlier this week, where I had a lawyer on, I'm not going to get too far into this, but I had offered him a chance to come back on the show. Well, he's done some things since then that I am going to resend that. I will resend that invite. I will say this. He did say in the stream that he was going to send me the adoption paperwork. He initially said on another live stream, no, he wasn't, because a bunch of you sent me that clip, and that was great. Because I don't watch these poop streamers. Like all they're doing is like they're looking for drama. Like me, if drama happens, it happens. But I'm not really trying to stir up any drama. I'm here to help veterans and to be entertaining. And that is our mission. And that's what we will always be there for. So, yeah, you have all these other people who they're in it for themselves. Like there's a guy out there named Dave. He's trying to drum up controversy to get people to report this channel and things like that. And I'm not gonna plug his stuff or anything like that because he's a grifter. He is only in it to get people to donate to him, and he's going to use that money for whatever he uses it personally. I'm up front. Any money that this channel makes goes right back to helping veterans, and I will stick to that. As we have Eric here in the chat, Eric has a Give, Send, Go. Eric, please feel free to put the link in the chat of that Give, Send, Go, because he's a Navy veteran, and this is what our aim is to do, is to help people. So, I'd done some copyright strikes, but I know they're still going to steal the content. I'm going to, do whatever I can to protect the brand of this show and what we do from this show. So I will do the copyright strikes, but I do understand that they need content. So I decided to go live. Ocala, Florida. How's the weather there? It is beautiful here today. It is 98 degrees. And I know you're like, 98 degrees? 98 degrees here, unlike the band, is beautiful. Uh, it is great here. So it's very nice. But back to that lawyer. Yeah, he did some stuff. He sent some letters. He's trying to get us shut down on YouTube. Um, he he's accusing me of defamation. Uh, I haven't defamed anybody. I when I did look back, and there is a point in that video where I said it's not a legal adoption. I was actually reading your all's comments, and I was reading other comments. It is not a personal viewpoint that I've ever held. I've always tried to keep an open mind on that. He did send me the adoption paperwork. So he was really adamant last night that I inform my viewers. So now you're all informed. I'm like, Bruce, you were on my show and you said it on my show. Did that not inform them? But so yeah, he did send me the paperwork. I really don't care about that. I never have. If any of you want to privately talk to me about it, if Tug was saying the definition of defamation is so far off. Oh, yeah, we're not even close to defamation. There's nothing I'm doing here malicious. If I was malicious, I would not have brought him on and given him. First thing I said is, hey, I'll give you 2 minutes. Say whatever you want. Do you realize the power that I gave him? He could have started saying, crazy things that would have absolutely gotten this channel shut down. He could have been saying, things like, questioning things like the Holocaust and crap like that would have absolutely got us shut down. I was willing to take that risk on him and give him that power. But it pretty much, it started turning into a harassment situation because he just would not leave me alone. And I finally had to send him a message and say, dude, don't contact me. Don't contact me ever again. And turn around, and what did he do today? He contacted me. He sent me an email. I blocked him on Facebook, but and I'm sure he's probably gonna jump in this chat. It would not surprise me one bit. He's one of those guys. He's got the notifications turned on. I appreciate the views though. Sheila is an Army Airborne veteran, 31 Mike. Well, thank you, Sheila. We appreciate your service.
Join the Army.
He will say you had the option of not opening his email. Here's the thing with an attorney, you kind of have to, because they can, do things like cease and desist and stuff like that. So you kind of have to do some of that stuff like that. But I'll say this about him. We have a term for guys like him. He is definitely a blue falcon. You need coffee in your life, AVA? You definitely do. Try Indy's Coffee. That is a veteran-owned coffee company. It's a Marine veteran, got out, started his own coffee company, and they are amazing down there. I love them. I love them to bits. I need to do some more plugs for them on Twitter and other stuff. Really, I think I should have Instagram and Facebook. I'm not always the best at that stuff. Do you like my my new Blue Falcon? My new Blue Falcon. I've got the bumper and the audio. I was having some fun. I do have one message to Bruce. Well, not so much. Well, actually, no. Yeah, to Bruce. I do have this message. That sounds really far away. I'm going to have to work on that one. I thought I had kicked up the volume on it. I'll play with it again. But, he's threatening me with defamation. He doesn't even deserve that blue falcon, more like green sparrow. Yeah, he's a. I see you, AVA. I see you. We'll get to that. I got 2 months. I got 2 months. We'll get to that. But I have to laugh about all these YouTube channels who just steal content. It's like, you're never gonna grow. This is free advice for you guys, okay? You're never gonna grow if you don't create your own content. And I get it. It is hard. It is so hard to create your own content. I could do all my content all about Jeremy Hales every day because people love talking about, a lot of the stuff, but I don't. Jeremy has his own thing. I think his videos are great. I'm not going to steal his content. I was accused of stealing his content, and then I was then accused of stealing Madam Mayor's content. I will not steal their content. If I ever show their videos, I will tell you, go watch the full video on their channel. And I will only show clips, and I'll never, like, some of these people, they're just gross. They're just gross. I was just before I came live, someone sent me a clip of some guy who he hoped that my channel got taken down. It's like, okay, dude, good, go away. I don't care about you. Love from Idaho. I've been to Idaho. Odd question. My dad was in the Army till 95 when he had to get a kidney transplant. He passed away last year as a way to get the awards and medals he had. So if you know his awards and medals, and if you don't know him, all you have to do is contact the VA and say, get a copy of his DD-214. That'll tell you all of his medals. And with that, you're able to order the medals. What I always say is go to your local your service organization. They will absolutely help you. Some of them might even have some of those medals and awards. Better Nation, is there a person that he can talk to that will be able to assist him? Who are we looking to assist? I'm always helping lots of people. So who are we trying to assist? Oh, yeah, County VSO. Sometimes County VSO. The American Legion, VFW, DAV, they all have VSOs. Sometimes your AMVETs have them. Not always. Not always. Oh, I've got Discord up. You know what? I'm going to close my Discord. We will be eventually broadcasting this to Discord as well, if that's where you prefer to be. Madam Mayor is the wife of a veteran. Yep, Brett is a Navy veteran as well. I love my Navy folks. I only got to spend one night on a ship, the USS Nashville, in those very tight berthing. I was an officer, but there were so many of us. We were down there for a day, TAD, a bunch of us lieutenants, and they, put us all in the normal enlisted berthing, and that was fine. It was interesting. First time on a ship. I've since been on a couple ships, but not out at sea, just, touring and stuff like that. Yep, veteran service officers, what a VSO means. It's a tough job. I've had people that want me to be a VSO. I might go through the training just because of this, just so I can give better advice. It's just not my calling, right? At least not right now. This is my wife's pad. I use it. I am the Army veteran. Oh, okay. Okay, so you are not Sheila. Sheila is your wife. Does Brett have a criminal record? I don't believe so. I do know he's a retired Navy, so most likely not. He has a Slayer record. I have a record. Yeah, it's Gary Puckett in the Union Gap. I've got it in the other room. Who is it giving the runaround? His story is really sad. The VA gives veterans runarounds. I'll tell you right now, the VA sucks. The VA absolutely sucks. Anyone who wants government health care, go to your VA and look at how horrible government healthcare is. Talk to the veterans. Don't talk to the personnel there. Talk to the veterans. The people there normally are very nice, but they're a part of the red tape, and they have to justify their job. And right now, the VA has an $8 billion deficit. Come the end of the or no end of September, we don't know right now if we're going to get our disability checks. They're playing politics with veteran stuff again. Both parties do it. It's not a Democrat or Republican issue. They both suck when it comes to veterans. When is Squid going to come on? Both Squid and Mr. Squid are both veterans. I was trying to look up her channel. Do I still have it up? Let me take a look. I was trying to find her stuff again. Let's see if I can find it. Hello again, my friend. I just called to say hello. Did you guys like my karaoke the other day? Oh, I found her channel. Hold on. There we go. I know what I got to do. So I will switch. See, okay. I'll give you guys. So Veteran Nation is not just mine. There are other people that own it. Not TC. TC is just co-host. So don't go messing with TC being like, why are you letting Veteran Nation do this? There is other parties who helped start this, not just me. And so they have some ownership. So because of that, the Veteran Nation channel was created. I have my separate accounts. And the thing is, I can make comments and stuff under Veteran Nation. I can't follow and subscribe, or I can't subscribe to people. I've got to go to my other account that is a manager on Veteran Nation to do that. So if you ever see in your, if you're doing something live, and feel free, invite me to your lives and stuff. My DMs are open on almost everything, but if you send me an invite, I will check it out. And in the comments, you'll either see Veteran Nation or Skipper of Veteran Nation. They're both me. It just, one is if I'm on my phone, and the other one is if I'm on my computer. So that's, if you're like, well, I saw two different people claiming to be the Skipper. They're both me. They're both me. No one else really, like, people have access to the Veteran Nation account and they can post stuff, and sometimes they do. But when it comes to chatting under it, it's normally just me. You're getting me. If you have more than one issue, the VA will not take care of you the way you would think. Yeah, the VA, like if you make things simple, but that's all of government. The simple you make your problem, the better. Like, I'm helping a veteran right now. We're going to do a phone call to their senator this week, and I was telling them, let's plan ahead. We're going to do these bullet points, so that way we're very right on the money with everything. Oh, I do want to say hello to Ray and Ava, a couple of my extended family members. They like to watch the show back in Ohio. Just wanted to say hi to you, especially Ava. They sneaks in the teacher, don't notice it. But yeah, you got to make it simple for them when you have an issue. So with this veteran, he's got a lot of things going on, which is fine. Rome wasn't built in a day. We will work on them. We will get there. But right now we have 3 bullet points that we're going to be talking with them on. And if you're a veteran, or if you're a family member of a veteran, you're having issues, absolutely go to your Congress people. Absolutely go to your senator's office. They all have a liaison officer in their office for veterans, and they are there to help. They will listen to you and whatnot, and they're very effective. They're unlike the VA. They most times are not the ones who are going to give you the runaround. If you have a crappy congressman, it could still happen, but you have 2 senators. So I always recommend if you don't get help at one, move on to the next one. But try to. They don't want you to dump all the issues on them because they're looking for the meat and potatoes. What can I do to help you right now? And so we are going in with bullet points. We're going to say, okay, this is a long-term thing we need help with. Here's some short-term things. And then we get that wheel going and we get the discussions. And once we solve one problem, okay, now we're going to focus on the other one. We can't expect them to, solve them all. Yeah, like ABA, his congressperson ignored him. And that's how his channel got built. It's just like when you do your claims, you're going to have to fight. You are going to have to fight for those claims. I need fight for your right to party on here. Now I'm looking at it, some of these things I just don't have, I should probably get rid of them because I don't know if these sounds serve a purpose.
You ever seen a grown man naked? It's like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Crazy as large as Jacksonville is for ER and other lots of services, you have to go hours away to different smaller cities for care. Yep. I am right now. I do have a veteran I am helping. We are helping Eric in the chat. He did put his Give Send Go. Please go to that and give to it. However, I do have some new merchandise that I am getting ready to put up. Let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and we'll put those products up. And we'll get those live so that way you guys can check them out. And I think you guys are going to really like them. So hold on. I'm going to show you something here. Okay, this is our merch store. So if you go to veterannationfoundation.com, this is what you're going to see. Now, I do not personally make any money off any of this stuff. None of this comes to me. It all goes into the foundation. And this is our new t-shirt, which simply says, "Shut up, boot." And we do have it. It is available in the one here. This is Army. That's Army Brown. We do have it in Heather Forest. And then we also have it in olive green. And for ladies, we've got Heather Orchid. And for neutral, we've got cream. And this one is soft cream. So that's our new shirt that we have up. But you guys are going to be here with me as I do. I've got a couple others that I'm putting up. So this is Shut Up Boot, but as a mug, and it's got a boot on it. So what do you guys? Oh, I see. We got. Is that Chris from Mildevet that we got in the house? It's either Chris or Yogi. So right now, these are the prices. Do you guys think for an 11 ounce, it's Shut Up Boot, and then on the other side, Veteran Nation, put a knife hand on your shirt? That's actually a good idea. I like that. If we can't get him help, he's going to end up in the homeless statistic. I don't see. Okay. Well, definitely shoot me an email, veterannation@protonmail.com. I'll do whatever I can. And we can also try to find some local places to help. And if we need to call Congressman, we will. I want where it says, "I reject your reasoning," and replace it with my humor. So, yeah, Shut Up Boot. What do you guys, I want you guys' opinion on this. So for an 11-ounce mug, $13. For a 15-ounce mug, $15. And a 20-ounce mug, $16. Of this, $5 would come back to the foundation to help other veterans. Are you good with this merchandise? Do you think these price points are good? I've got no problem lowering them, making them more affordable. Again, I'm happy making $1. I like if you buy any of our merch, you're going to help veterans, but you get something back. How much for the hookers? I am going to have to go to Thailand and find that one out for you, Facto. Maybe I can make that a business trip under Veteran Nation. We'll write it all off on taxes. Sorry, can you say that email address again? Yeah, it's veterannation@protonmail.com. So just the name of our show at Proton Mail. That's good. I think the price could go up $1. Um, it, it could, but I'm not. I'm not here to get rich off people. I would, if it's between selling a lot and making less money, or making more money for every sale, I will do it for. I will sell a lot. I will sell a lot. $5 on each is what would come back to us, Spawn Trooper. Hookers are $80 an hour, and they don't come with puncture repair repair gear. See that. I know what he's talking about there. That's a military joke. We also have whenever a helicopter lands and they're doing a drop of gear, where how there's the helicopter here and there's the gear. Before that comes down, there's a guy there with a very large metal hook, and it's grounded to the ground. And he goes up, and his name is the hooker, and he goes up and he actually hooks on to the wheel housing of the bird, because static electricity from the rotors going around builds up a ton of static electricity, and you will get shocked if you touch the cargo. So that guy is known as the hooker. And I have done that job. Obviously, it was just in training. It was just in school, but I did it once. You got to wear these big, long, thick rubber gloves so you don't get shocked. So yeah, I guess you could say I was a hooker once in my life. But I really want to talk about, are you guys, this mug, would you pay for an 11, 15, or 20 ounce mug? Would you pay these prices? It says Shut Up Boot and Veteran Nation on one side. Take care, Gravy. Always glad to see you. Sorry if I couldn't read many of your comments. I'll go through and check them out. But always glad to have you here, Gravy. I thought the profession was named after a general. Well, there was a General Hooker in the Union Army during the United States Civil War. Make it a travel mug. They do have those. And we do have one on the site. It's just got our Veteran Nation logo. I think you guys have seen me drink out of it before. How about almost joined veteran? Thank me for my almost service. What do you want, dog? I got the dog in here. But are you guys good with these price points before I get going? Before I put this live? Because right now it is hidden. Shh, it's a secret. Don't tell anyone. We're secret squirrel here. No, I want this to go live. You guys good with this? I did step into the recruiting office mug. Yep. So I'm going to make this one go live. It sounds like there's no one saying no, that's too expensive. So $13 for an 11 ounce, $15 for a 15 ounce, and $16.55 for a 20 ounce. We good? I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one public. There. Now it's in public. OnlyFans. I actually thought about doing an OnlyFans channel, but where I give all the other OnlyFans models dad advice, like good dad advice. Because now on this channel, I'll give you horrible advice. You want bad advice? I will give you horrible advice. So this is the Warriors Brew ceramic mug that we came up with. This one's colored. Obviously, we got black, blue, dark green, green, and red. So there you go. You can change that. And it's got our logo on one side, and on the other side, it just says probably whiskey. Probably whiskey. I do know the audience. I know how you people are. I know you're probably not drinking coffee. You probably haven't stopped from the night before. So there you go. Probably whiskey. What do you think? Does this one only comes in one size, because this one has the options of color, and $14. I'll make $5 per every sale. Does not include shipping and handling by displaying a higher value. Well, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, well, no, not compare it. I'm not. It's too much work. That's how shit gets done. How about don't wash my cup? How about uh I should get one that just says this cup has AIDS or this cup has herpes. You guys think that's a good price? So this one I let the AI do it. Let's read the AI. It came up with Warriors Brew ceramic mug. Elevate your coffee with our Warriors Brew ceramic mug. This dishwasher and microwave safe mug features a striking Veteran Nation logo on a white exterior with vibrant color inside. Standing at 3.79 inches, 9.6 centimeters. Do they really have to get that specific? It's perfect for everyday use and a meaningful gift for veterans in your life. Did it cut off? Oh, there's additional sections. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't need to do that. So those are more details. He said cease and desist only means they're asking you to stop. That is true. That is true. A cease and desist is only asking someone to stop. However, if you don't cease and desist, okay, if you completely ignore that letter, it can be used against you in court to prove maliciousness. And to have defamation, it has to be wrong, it has to be malicious, and you have to be able to prove damages. So if you ever get a cease and desist, don't ignore it. The best way to do is to go to a lawyer and respond to it, because then you can still keep on talking, but be like, look, I'm not being malicious. I just want to know where we're gonna decide the line is. That's all it is. Every time he saw me using it, he would say, working my arse more like levitating it to the effing exit. This mug hold the liquid of the gods. Don't you dare use the cup unless you have the keys to the chopper. Tug is talking about me right now. Oh, awesome. Let him know I'm live right now. We definitely support Tug. I've been following Tug for some time, so I think we're all good with this one. And we'll go ahead and make this one public. So there we go. So we will refresh this, and there's at least the shut up boot. Oh, I'll have to refresh again. It takes a while for the other one. Did it go? Oh, it says public. It says that it is public. This is the Veterans Before Illegals. I might take this one down because of the placement on this. Because it places it in the front. I don't really like that. I like it on the sides. So I might change that one. And here you can see the colors on the shirts. But where is that one? All products. Let's look at that. Here's one you guys should all buy. This is my Alec Baldwin shirt. Alec Baldwin's Old West Justice. Comply. Alec Baldwin with his teardrop tattoo. We support his fight against crime, his Old West fight. Some of these I might take down. But go through the merch. See what you like. Why is this not? It says it's public. Okay, boom. Products. Well, let's do that. Huh. Apparently I'm not smart enough for this thing. Tug is a star. Yes, he is. Tug put Veteran Nation on his thumbnail. You're going places. Yeah, I'm going across the desert. Where is the Vets Before Illegals t-shirt? Oh, I do have one right here. Veterans Before Illegals. There you go. You like it? So you can even get it from small to 4X. You know, we give people options here. Sorry. Had to send a quick message. I think if a vet orders, he or she should put in a code. As civvies pay normal prices, vets get a little discount. I can actually do this. I do like this site. That's why I like this site. I can do campaigns like that. So I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think how we should do this. Because I don't want a million people emailing me. Oh, thank you. I'm seeing your texts. Thank you. Got some people watching who are texting. That's okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to think how we want to do this. I'll tell you this: if you're a veteran, I think I can. Let me go ahead and I can see if I can create a code for veterans. 4XL shirt. I got one more size to go. One more pizza. Oh wow! Chris? What is this picture you're sending me? Is that? Are you at a demolition derby? I love going to the we have a dirt track not far from here, and I love going and I love taking my son. I would love if there's some way for me to find like a local race team that would be willing to put Veteran Nation on their stuff. Oh, you just left Tug stream. Well, you don't have to leave Tug for us. You know, Tug's great. Tug is great. Good guy. Whoa, got my thing. Closing some of this stuff down. A monster truck show. Okay, very nice. I like it. I think that's why I like Willis so much. You know, he was one of those stunt bike riders, and I think that's why I get along with. Well, I say get along. I really enjoy watching Willis's stuff. Watching both at the same time. That shirt size joke is from Fluffy. Okay. We enjoy the jokes here. I'm just looking here. There's a couple things. The cat is laying on my tripod. I don't get this cat. I'm thinking how to check who they are, join a website. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, Spawn Trooper. Maybe that's what we'll do at the Discord. For veterans, if they come in the Discord and they prove in the Discord, we'll give them the discount code. I'll have to create a discount code. I believe I can do it. But yeah. And as we really start getting this, I can do other types of campaigns. And here's what I mean by that. I can work with a veteran. If we're going to help a specific veteran, we can do a product to help that veteran, like a Shut Up Boot t-shirt or something, and say, okay, folks, if you buy this shirt, I believe I can reroute the money directly to them. So the profits, they won't even come to us, even though it's being bought through us. And if you do buy any Veteran Nation merchandise, we are a 501c. If you want a receipt from us for the portion that comes to us, let me know. I'll get you that, because there's a website that verifies a person's veteran. You're thinking of ID.me. Yeah. And every veteran should sign up for ID.me. I don't know how we can link up with, especially with this site, because I'm going through Fourth Wall, which is a third-party site. I have some perfect 2A ideas. I will get with you next week. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Is that Robert Rolas? Is that Robert? Okay. Okay. Yeah, ID Me is great. And every veteran should be a part of ID Me. Let's see. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe. I do appreciate. Are we not? No, we are streaming on X. In fact, let me go Twitter and make sure. So the Discord is not up yet. We are working on it right now. We're not yet ready for prime time, but we're getting there. Where is? Huh. Why is this not on X? Interesting. Let me go in here and take a look why we are not on X. Okay, I know. I'm okay. This is the stupid thing. Okay, stupid thing about X. You pay for premium, okay, but if you change your, like I changed my avatar, they remove your premium, which I think is stupid. So, I didn't know that before I did it, and I did it, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're not on X right now. We will be. We will be back on X. It only takes them like a day or two to approve the premium. It's dumb. I never signed up for VA. Can I go to ID Me? So okay, here's the good thing. You go to ID Me and you certify. You can use ID Me for the IRS. You can use it to go to the VA. So when you go to the VA, it'll ask you to sign in with ID Me. It'll verify you, and you can get through all your stuff. Because that's the problem with the VA and all these government sites is, well, you need a 16-letter password with 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase, 2 letters, and 2 special characters, and you have to change it in 30 days. It's like that makes no sense. Like the government is. What I love is how uber freaking careful the government is when it comes to your passwords. And we don't want you to be hacked. And then guess what? The VA then makes a screw up, and your information gets leaked onto the dark web anyway because they screwed up. Pretty sure all that interaction between sites is done via an API you should be able to use. I worked in IT. I can help you out. Okay, good, because I am stupid. I am stupid. I don't pretend to act like I'm a smart man. I was a Marine. We're crayon eaters. Yeah, we're not the smartest bunch.
Son of a bitch.
I got to clean up that audio. It's a little bit wonky. But yeah, anyone from the UK, it would be different for us. If you asked APC for your veteran ID card and pen, that should be enough to redact a lot of it. Yep, still. Great, another effing safety standout. Right? Isn't that the way that they screw up and everyone's got to pay? That's the way it always is. Oh, mandatory fun. How is everyone doing this Saturday? Anything interesting happening? I locked all 3 credit sites so no one is getting on loan or mortgage on me. Veteran Nation, what streaming software are you using, if I may ask? I am using Restream. I'm using Restream right now. Restream does okay. They're getting better. Here's what I like about Restream. They actually do YouTube lives, and it also goes out onto Rumble. And I've been in a couple of them, and I've given them, hey, I would like the software to do this. And they're like, oh, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, we'll take that back. Companies that do that, oh my God, that's customer service right there. If you are actively working to make your product better, I love you. Special edition T-shirt for Eric, that would be good. We might be able to do that. What kind of ideas? I set up my lifetime membership for the VFW. Me too. I do have it. Here's one thing. log in to your VFW, and if you have an iPhone, you can actually see right there, put your lifetime membership card on your phone, and you don't have to worry about carrying it around in your wallet all day. I can't remember the last time I carried my VA lifetime membership card. Just keep it in there. How does it compare to StreamYard? So the reason I went with Restream is because the plan that I pay for gives me more services than StreamYard. I'm not saying StreamYard is bad. In fact, TC, my co-host, he does his own show. He does it all through StreamYard, and he really likes StreamYard. Both are very good. I just went by. They were doing a discount thing for Restream, and they were doing a discount and for the holidays. I was like, this is going to be cheaper for the year. It was like the one thing that where people have given money to Veteran Nation, where we've sold merchandise. It was the one thing that I paid out of that account administratively. Not the Restream, but the website. The website's what I paid. I screwed up. I pay for the Restream myself. But I mean, it's good. It's good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm still learning it, but it's not hard to learn. There's not many capabilities I don't have. I was trying to do OBS with it, and I was really making it way more complicated. Were you stationed in the stumps, lived in landers right next to combat center artillery range, nothing like walking up to jets, shaking the house? I was stationed there, and guess what? I am still here. We are broadcasting live from my compound in beautiful, picturesque 29 Palms, California. I am not in Landers. I am on the other side of the base. I am still located within 29 Palms proper, though. So behind this camera, if I walk about a mile, I am in Joshua Tree National Park. A power scooter T running to and from the VA police or something silly like that. Yeah, we could do something. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm open to stuff. All the things that you guys saw, I did the graphics on them. I've gotten pretty good at some of these graphics. I'm not the fastest guy, but if I work on it, I get it done. I do get it done. I am considering Eric, and okay, let's talk about this. Eric does a lot of stuff with ham radio. He's got a ham radio license, KD7 LTN. Go to his YouTube channel. It's named that. Subscribe to him. His ham radio, that's his call sign. If I were to get a ham radio, I'm wondering if there's some way for me to broadcast the audio of this out on ham radio. I don't know. That would be a cool thing to do. That would be a very cool thing to do. And then people on the International Space Station could listen to Veteran Nation, because they actually pick up ham radio signals. I did watch a YouTube thing last night of a guy. He was playing with the radio, and he was talking with air traffic control. He's like, "Is this air traffic control?" And they're like, "Yes, it is." And they're like, "What is your call sign?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just a guy playing with the radio sitting on my toilet." Good laugh. Negative, no broadcasting. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Thank you. This helps a lot. I like the way comment board is. Stand alone. Once the stream is over, you can still see it later. StreamYard, your live stream. I do need to find, I don't know how, I don't know if any, well, no, I've got one of my mods. I do want to set, because on YouTube, after the live stream ends, the live comments go away. I want to keep those. Only ISS is rebroadcast a lot. Okay, that makes sense. I use StreamYard. Rumble not working correctly. Yeah, Rumble is, I've got a Rumble, and I have not been able to figure it out yet. I thought I had it figured out. Rumble, if I remember correctly, you have to pay for multiple live streaming, if I remember. Well, mine stays up here. It stays up here, but when you go on YouTube, it wasn't staying there. And I know this because there were times where I know people posted links that I wanted to get back to, and I went on another computer, pulled up my live stream, and I couldn't find it. Do you know if the live comments has an RSS feed link? That's a good question. Let's take a look. I'm looking through my stuff right now. Shortcuts, virtual backgrounds, audio, no, general. It is not saying. Jesus. Why are you trying to walk on that? My crazy dog just tried to walk on a basket. I'm looking here. So I can turn the chat overlay off. Boom, there we go. It's not saying anything here. It might be so there's like, before I start live streaming, because I'm using the their like online broadcast studio, and before I do the setup, there's a thing for it where it has a lot of things for the chats. I believe that there is a way to to do an R, because you know what? Yes, because there's an app that Restream has that works with OBS, and if I was using OBS, I use that app, and it does put an RSS feed out. It does do that. Now that I remember, yeah. Why? That's the info I needed. Should be able to find something. Your view on Jason Hale's video. It was a sad video. It was a sad video. When I watched it, and I was, talking about this in some of the Facebook groups, I see what's known as parental alienation, and that's where one parent purposefully keeps a child away from another parent. And there's a lot of studies on parental alienation. And as you may know, I'm involved with a couple veterans groups who actually deal with this stuff on a very big way. There's a lot of studies out there. Parental alienation, what you see is kind of textbook with that case, where you have an alienated parent, and then the parent doing the alienating, they bond with them very heavily, and they feel like they need to protect that parent, because that parent says, oh, your other parent, they did this and they did this and they're a horrible person. And what happens is it prevents a relationship, which is a really big issue. And it causes it doesn't, like, yeah, it'll affect that parent, and that's really what it is. It's parents putting the kids in the middle. It'll affect that parent, but that parent is grown, their personality is developed. It affects the child. It's a punishment on the child. And there's a lot of studies that show it does a lot of damage. And here's the thing about it, though. There's a lot of case studies that show that at a certain age, that type of manipulation, like, your kids grow up and they become adults and they start to think for themselves. And then they realize, I've been manipulated this whole time. The parent, the custodial parent who was making me hate my other parent, they were just manipulating me. And I had a friend very recently who was going through this. Their child wanted nothing to do with them. Okay. And I kept saying, look, keep reaching out, keep texting, be loving, be positive. Every single time, be loving, be positive. Here's the one thing about him that also works with the case that, of Jason. There's siblings involved, especially older siblings. They can be such a big help in this, because they can be the ones being like, let's say it's mom who's doing the alienating. Hey, mom is just using you. Dad's not really that bad. Dad's got his faults, but he's not really that bad of a person. And for my friend, I was telling her, I was like, just keep being loving, keep being there, keep offering to do things. I understand that your child does not want anything to do with you and keeps telling you that, but just keep being there and just say, okay, that's fine. I love you. And what's happened is her older siblings are now talking to the younger one. They're doing that same thing. Like, why are you doing this to mom? Like, she's not the problem. And uh, my friend is, yeah, it's a form of Stockholm syndrome. Absolutely. Uh, my friend actually bought her kid a vehicle, but didn't say that they bought it. Had one of the siblings give it to their brother and say, "Here you go. I bought this for you." And I said, "That's a really great way to handle it, because already the dad in this situation is trying to get the title." And like I told her, I said, "Look, if he's a scumbag, let him be a scumbag. The kids will figure that out." And sure enough, the older ones have already figured out who the real scumbag is. It was the alienating parent. And they still have a relationship with their alienating parent, but they'll always love them, but they won't like them, if you know what I mean. And Mike, before I stop again, I was a Marine, 17 years Marine Corps. But yeah, that's what happens. They'll still have a relationship with that parent, but they'll realize that parent is the manipulator. But you have to be loving, and that's the key. You can't get into the, your mom did this, your dad did this. You can't be a part of that. You can't bring that up. Just be like, hey, that's fine. You don't have to see me. Just know I'm there for you. I love you, and I care for you, and I want to know you're being taken care of, and I'll always be here for you. And that's what's important. And see you later, Chris. I appreciate it. And that's what you're seeing in this. And if I were to talk with Jeremy, I would tell him, keep faith with God. Absolutely keep faith with God. Again, do what the Bible tells you. Be a loving parent. Always take care of your kids. Always be there for them. It doesn't mean you don't have to be best friends with their other parent. You don't. But, always let your kids know that you care and you're there, even if they don't want to see you. Occasionally text message, birthday cards, Christmas cards. That's how you do it. And eventually, though, they will, as they grow up, realize, oh, I was manipulated and I was kept away from my parent. And then that's when it backlashes. It backlashes hard. And, you know, so you got to be positive with stuff like this. You'll never see me doing a video about this. Divorce is such a messy, all these people jumping in, they just make me sick. Okay, because they're jumping into a divorce. People like Guapo, he's disgusting. Because even, let's say they are right, okay? That Jason is not an adult yet. So you're putting children in the middle. It's gross. And divorce is a messy thing. And I'll tell you right now, there are things that, I'm divorced. My ex had a TRO on me for almost a year. And just last week, it was removed because it was bullshit. It's funny how, oh yeah, I'm scared of him. And then all of a sudden, well, you broke the TRO because there were things you needed to do and you didn't do it. So now you're faced with charges. All of a sudden, then, yeah, we don't need the TRO anymore. Yeah, that's how scared. That's how scared she was. So I've dealt with that. But the thing is, that's fine. I don't want to be anywhere near my ex. So fine, keep me away from her. But I don't want her coming near me. And that's the problem. That was the problem. But when you base your stuff on lies, you know that they're eventually going to get found out. So I always kept the faith. You guys will see. You will see on this channel. I'm not about. I didn't do this to put family members or former family members on blast. But I'm all about the truth. I am all about the truth. Too many kids being raised by technology, not by the parents. Well, that's why you need both parents in their lives. Too many courts are granting TROs accepting a person's fear as rational. Yeah, there's a very low very low evidentiary standard in family court. Like literally, it's he said versus she said, and the courts make decisions off of that. That's not proof, and that's a sad thing. That's why we badly need judicial reform on many different areas, but that's definitely one. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to go get something to drink, but I will be right back, folks. Okay, I'm just going to put the bumper on so you guys can watch that. I'll be right back. It's like I never left. I'm still here with you. I am going to get a better bumper for that. Just because Jay says it does not make it true. Okay. You don't have to believe him. One thing I will say, though, is I've been following this case for a year and a half. And I've seen, like, I have files of Lynette's, the things that she has posted online, and it's pretty vile. So it's, for me, it's not about Jeremy being right or wrong or anything like that. I already know she's a liar and a fraud. I already know that. And I saw that way before the court stuff. I just wasn't talking about it because I really don't care in terms of the show about it. But the court stuff and the court stuff, the corruption stuff, I definitely care about. Well, you'll have to go online. He made a video where he was pretty much trashing his dad. Claimed a lot of things. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to believe him on its face. Again, he admits he's a child who's been kept away from his father. And like I said, that is parental alienation. When that happens, the kids always are hurt every single time. One person being wrong doesn't make the other in the right. Yeah, and normally in divorce, both are wrong. I will say that. Like, there are things, there was a time during this whole thing with the divorce where I've done things that, I look back, I'm like, yeah, I should not have done that. Or I engaged in fights that I should have just let go. But the good thing about, like, before my divorce started, is when I recognized I had PTSD. And I actually had another veteran who was like, you have PTSD. 2016, I wasn't even 6 months out of the Marine Corps. And she was like, you have PTSD. You need to go get some help. And I was like, okay, yeah. Because I was like, if that's what it is, if that's what's wrong with everything that's happening, because I could tell you right then, I was angry. I am not an angry person at all. Like, I was, like, when I was in the Marine Corps my last 2 years, I was not happy. I would come into the office angry all the time, and I didn't want to put the Marines through that, and that's why I made the decision to leave. And I had a command that was not supportive at all. They were a problem command, still are today. And I went, and I've been in therapy ever since, and that was 2016. I have taken medication. I have taken, I've done, a lot of, like, I haven't done any of the retreats, but I've had to work on my PTSD. I've got a service dog. I used to go into buildings and just get sick to my stomach. Just, the memories that would come back, it would just make me, it was like, ugh. And, that I'm glad Jeremy is in therapy. I'm glad George is in therapy. That will help them, and they will come out of all this stronger and better people. And I thankfully had that before my ex filed for divorce. And just to give you, I'll just give you an example. My ex left me in 2013. Okay. I left the Marine Corps end of 2015, moved away over 30 minutes away from my ex. Uh, she didn't divorce me. She didn't file for divorce until December of 2018. And it was because constantly dealing with control. Well, if I divorce you, this will happen and this will happen. And I was like, I don't care. You need to divorce me. You are done with me. I was always, this is the type of person I am. I try to be very principled. And I always knew I had to be able to look at the man in the mirror and know that what was looking back at me was the person that I wanted to look back at me. And, I stuck to that. And I also stuck to, I have a son. When you are a father with a son, you don't have a little boy. You have to remember you have a young man, because your son is going to be a man one day. And you have to show them how to be a man. And I mean, I'm not talking about fast cars and tattoos. I'm talking about, what does it mean to be a man? And I'll tell you exactly what I think it is to be a man. A man takes care of his responsibilities. If that means his family, if that means his bills, if that means, taking care of his own mental health, a man takes care of his responsibilities. And I had to say that to myself when it was hard, when I was not making any money, and when my ex had taken all the furniture and stuff. I had to remember, a man takes care of his responsibilities. And I have a young man who's watching me, and I am the example. The rest of his life, he's going to look to me. And that's why I do this show. I was asked to do a Vet Bro show. Tattoos, bikes, guns. It's not me. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And they came back to me and they said, we really want you to do this. I was like, you're talking to the wrong veteran. If you want to find a veteran to do that, I will help you find one, but it's not me. And they said, what kind of show do you want to do? And I said, let me do a comedy show. And they were like, we don't really want to do a comedy show. We're a serious network. I was like, that's fair. That's fair. And then they were like, what else you got? And I said, okay, I'll do it if I can help people. I'll do a show to help other veterans. And that's when we wrote the mission statement. And I'll tell you, this has been excellent therapy. It has. If you are having a hard time in your life, go help someone else. Look at what that will do to you. Go. You don't have to volunteer somewhere. Just find someone who you can help and help them. And don't ask for any reward for it. There's been people that I've helped, that want to, I'll pay you back. I'm like, no, don't pay me back. When you're out of this rut and you can help someone else, you help them out for me. And that's what you can do for me. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the light here. I think we have a storm outside because I'm seeing the wind blow, so the sun's going away. They said it was his mom was upset about it. That's the reason he deleted it. He got his butt chewed for it and realized he screwed up. Yeah, like he's okay right there. Overprotection of his mother. So he's overprotective and clingy to the alienating parent. So that, to me, that's why I say this is parental alienation. To me, it's classic. I'm not a doctor, though. I am not a doctor. I hope that young man is in some therapy. If he goes into therapy, he'll start realizing that, having a relationship with a parent, even if that parent is abusive, you still need to have it. Addiction's tough. Addiction's a very tough one because a relationship with an addict can be a real negative cycle. So that one is really tough, but it doesn't have to be the world's greatest relationship. It doesn't. Just call on their birthday, call on Mother's Day, Father's Day. But establishing that relationship, every study shows, better for that child. Better for that child. I enjoyed What the Hell for years, got caught up with the drama, but started noticing untrue statements he makes. No, like he makes no money for YouTube. Actually said that many times. Look, YouTube does not pay out a lot. For every 15,000 views, you get like $1. Like, yeah, no, you get more from super chats than anything. And super chats, YouTube takes 30%. So I believe he makes more money on his businesses than what he does from YouTube. And if he's smart, he's probably got YouTube, which Jeremy is very smart. I will say that. He's probably got YouTube money going into a separate account that he only uses for like one certain thing, like helping people, maybe for his kids, maybe for retirement, something. Yeah, commercials. They don't pay a lot. You will make way more from super chats and memberships. Absolutely. I don't have memberships. I haven't set it up yet because I don't know what type of content to give members yet. I do know this. If we do a membership thing, I will give for the I'll give a discount code for the merchandise. I will do that. But in terms of content, I've got some ideas, but I'm not 100% there yet. So that's why I don't have memberships yet. Yeah, he makes no money off Linet. Yeah, the Linet videos actually hurt his views. They do. But I know why he makes them. He's doing it to protect himself. That's why he records everything, because he's got to show it. If not, people would not believe it. With my ex, the stuff that I had going on, I had to go through a very rigorous background check. And they were asking me about certain things. Well, why is this way? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going through divorce. This is this way because of this. And they were like looking at me, and I go, it's that way because of this. And that happened because of this. And they were like, oh my God. In fact, at one point, the investigator was like, do you ever see the movie Anger Management? I'm like, I have, but it's been years. And she's like, there's a scene in that movie that's just like this. And I'm like, well, I can show you proof that it actually happened. I can show you proof of it. Like with my ex, I actually had to deal with a faked pregnancy. Like that's how crazy it got. Familiar with military broadcast radio? That's another way we reach out to veterans. I'm not. I'll have to look into that. I really should be taking the audio from this and pushing it out onto podcast networks. I just haven't yet. Restream actually does have a thing where it automatically, as soon as I end the live, it does that. Jeremy makes $150,000 per month on YouTube alone. Yeah, no, that's false. That's false. Jeremy doesn't even have 1 million followers. So, no, he's not making $150,000 a month. Were you married to Laura Owens? So I'm taking my old journals. I am rewriting them to eventually turn them into a book that I think would be enjoyable. I've already got a title and everything. I've probably got 4 chapters finished, and I'm going to have to re-edit them. I'm going to take them to an editor, but yeah, like some of these stories, you're going to be like, oh my God. Like you think there's drama in the what the hell stuff? Oh, I can bring some drama. And here's the thing. I've got videos. I've got screenshots. I can prove a lot of this stuff. I had a friend of mine. She was going through like screenshots I'd printed up, and she was going through, and she's like, oh my God, she's legitimately freaking crazy. I'm like, right. But that's how manipulators are. Mike just said YouTubers hardly make any money off of YouTube. Yeah. They're actually like, if you are that interested, there's channels where they tell you how much you make per view, and you need a lot of views to make considerable money. He was making money. My little channel was clearing 500 to 600 a month on around 200K views a month. He's doing good when he does 100K views in a day off one video. I've never seen him get 100K views on one video in a day. Come on. Now, he might get that total from his whole channel in a day. I mean, here, I'll take a look right now. What did his views get yesterday? Here we go. What the hell's boom? He's got 700,000 subscribers. So yesterday's video, 71,000 views. So there you go. Didn't make 100,000 views. Again, he's probably making that all told in a day. Sending you a message private. Check it very quickly. Okay. Okay. So this is the email he sent me. So I asked that attorney to not contact me again last night. I was like, look, I'm blocking you. Please don't contact me again. And then I'm trying to be good. He then emails me something that has nothing to do with me today. Nothing to do with me. The dude is, I'll straight up say, like, the dude is a piece of crap. He's a piece of crap. I did have a discussion with an attorney today about what we are going to do. And there's going to be a letter sent. I'll just say that. Someone posted on another name, Jason struggled with cognitive dissonance due to, yeah, I can believe some of that, yeah. His employees are living for free. That's about it. They make pennies to do eBay. If they were making pennies, they wouldn't be doing it. Stop. Love channels that allow different viewpoints. I will always have people on with different viewpoints. You saw I did it with Bruce. I let him come on. Sadly, he decided he wanted to then try to go after this channel. Like, what kind of a piece of crap? You guys saw it. I was like, here you go. I will give you, say what you want. He could have said something to get my channel taken down. He could have. Tug was going over it tonight. Yeah, well, with all his content, but like one video is not getting 100K views. He's got like it's rare. Like, I'm sure he gets the rare one that takes way the hell off. But yeah, all told. But again, they don't pay a lot. They like, I'm telling you, it's like $1 for every like 15,000 views. So 100 views a day. So that would be 90,000 is what? That's like $10. So $10 a day, 30 days in a month, that's $300. And I'm granted he's getting from super chats and stuff like that, but that's not 100,000. I have two uncles that were in World War II, got Purple Hearts. Oh, awesome. I had an uncle who was World War II, Korea, Vietnam. Big time racist. In fact, he got in trouble in Korea and was made the platoon sergeant of a black unit. And when the Chinese crossed the Yalu River, they held their hill. And like, it's one that if you watch some of these documentaries about black troops and whatnot, they're one of the ones that are always highlighted. And yeah, my Uncle Bud was the platoon sergeant, and they were more scared of him than they were of the Chinese, because they were scared he was going to kill them if they fell asleep in their foxholes and stuff like that. So, yeah. And he was, okay, I'll tell you a story about my Uncle Bud. Now, I barely knew this guy. I remember him, I think he died when I was 9, okay? I do remember him coming around my grandparents' house. I knew who he was. Never really got to talk to him or anything like that. He would come over and drink with my grandfather. And Veteran Nation, just my opinion, but I love Bruce on again. He was and will troll you to see if he can get more ammo against you. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why no one will have him on now. I've done that for everyone. Like, no one will now have him on. I have exposed him. They know if they bring him on, all he's going to do is attack them. Tug is talking about the shit back down. I've come to the conclusion Bruce Foreskin is burning every inch of the wooden bridge. He's trying to make a name for himself. It's okay. I won't insult you. Your young YouTube knowledge, Google ads or bank. Okay. It's not 100K a year though. Come on. There's a reason why Mr. Beast, he said, you could offer me 4 billion for my YouTube channel, I'll never sell it. And he goes, it's not because it's worth 4 billion. He goes, it's worth 4 billion to me because of all the other things I can do. That's where the value of the channel is. Everything else you can do, the other businesses you can expand into. Sorry if that got loud. I bumped the microphone. But my Uncle Bud, after he retired out of Fort Sill and was a drinker, loved to drink, and got arrested one night because he hit a cop who was directing traffic. He was that drunk. And the judge looked at his thing and said, okay, you're a war hero, which he did have some pretty significant commendations, and said, I'm not going to put you in jail, but you are to, the moment you leave this courtroom, you are to keep walking to the state, to the border of Oklahoma, and you are never to return. And so he got into his car, and he's got his camper, pulls it to my grandparents' house. They wake up, there's this camper in front of their house, and they're like, what's going on? And here it's Uncle Bud. And then 2 weeks later, he's gone, and all of a sudden they come out to have coffee on their porch one morning. There's a boat in their driveway. Here he snuck back into Oklahoma to get his boat and boat trailer and brought that back to Ohio. Love your channel. My great aunt was a lieutenant in World War II. That is awesome. There's not a lot of females from World War II. That is something special you got there, Scott. That is cool. If you have any stories or anything, feel free to come on the channel and we'll talk about it. Any veterans that want to come on the channel and talk. I actually was talking to a veteran who is very anti what the hells. And he wanted to come on. Well, I don't know if he wanted to come on the show, but he wanted to tell his story of how he got ripped off by Jeremy in his terms. And I looked at his stuff. I said, whatever you want to send me, I'll look at. He was sending me stuff, and it's a complicated thing. And I asked him, I said, do you have any type of civil suit? And he said, I did have one, but I was doing pro se and I just kind of dropped it. And I said, well, are you getting one? He said, yeah, I'm looking right now. And I said, when you have one, let me know. And yeah, I'll take a look at it again. And I said, but you should have an attorney, and you should talk to the attorney before you start coming on any programs. Because if you start trashing Jeremy or what the hells, there's going to be blowback, because defamation is a real thing. There's also there's other things, interference of tortious interference of contracts. So if you start saying bad things about Jeremy, you're interfering with his way of doing business. And it doesn't even have to be defamation. It can just interfere with his business, and he can sue. So he doesn't even have to prove that they're lies or anything like that. Be like, you're just interfering in my business, and he can sue for that. So you got to be very, very careful if you're going to go on any of these shows or anything to slam somebody. That's why I don't listen to these negative shows who are content farming. They're just trying to make names for themselves, and they're doing it off the backs of people who've made way more than them. And they're going to get themselves in trouble. Bruce is not their attorney, so Bruce does not care if they get in trouble. Jeremy is litigious. Well, a lot of business people are. It's business. It's business. And here's the thing. When you have a business, suing people is a business expense, which means guess what happens come tax time? You get all that money back. Those are all expenses that you can put against your profits. And if your business doesn't make a profit after all the ones and zeros are totaled up, the government's got to give you money back. You pay zero in taxes. That's why these people are like, oh, the rich have to be their fair share. Most millionaires don't have millions. It's all wrapped up in their business. Like, on paper, they're a millionaire, but it's all in assets and stuff like that, things that they're doing to make money. So yeah, most businesses are very look. Disney, probably the most litigious business out there is Disney. Disney's huge. They sue. They will sue a mom selling crocheted things on Pinterest. Disney will do that. So yeah, it's business. It's a cost of doing business. Is Bruce anyone's attorney? Well, he claims to be Lynette's. That's why I asked him that question about do you have a contract? He said he does. So if he lied, I mean that'll be really bad on him if he lied. I don't believe he lied. I believe he does have something. But that I had asked the question. He gave me an answer. I said, and I even said if you don't want to answer in this form, you much rather email me, or if you don't want to answer at all, that's all fair. I was very professional with him. Uh, I was I was I only challenged him when he challenged me, and he was saying that I was someone in the chat. I read your guys' chats. Someone said it was an illegal adoption. I didn't say that. Someone else said it. I read it. I read it. I don't believe it was an illegal adoption. At that time, I knew there was a legal guardianship. Guess what? He has sent me the adoption paperwork. And guess what? It's still a legal guardianship. An adoption is still a legal guardianship. So that's why I use those words, because those are the safest words, especially when you're talking about being factual. But Bruce wants me to issue a retraction that it's not a legal guardianship, it's an adoption. Well, guess what? A guardianship or an adoption is a legal guardianship. Like, a legal guardianship isn't an adoption, but an adoption is a legal guardianship. So I'm not being defamatory by saying that. I'm going to turn on light here. So yeah, I'm very careful about a lot of this stuff. But he's out there telling people that I rebroadcast people's videos. I don't. The only time you'll ever see me rebroadcast anything is when me and TC are on the show and we'll do reactions and stuff. But we always, always, always try to give credit. And I want you, if I'm showing you something on the show, I want you to go watch it at the source. Absolutely, I do. We'll use new stuff all the time. Guess what? New stuff is new stuff. Yeah, it's copyrighted, but showing it for news purposes is absolutely fair use. I was here for that, and I agree you were polite and professional, which I'm sure ticked him off because you cannot get it. Yeah, well, I mean, no. I'm a veteran with PTSD who's been working on it for years. It takes a lot to set me off. Except when you called Marla a liar. No, Marla is absolutely a liar. Marla is a liar. And I can prove that with facts. She is a liar. That is a factual statement. If she wants to sue me, I will gladly go into court and prove she is a liar. She's lied about so many things. I've got screenshots on her. Every parent is also a legal guardian. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely there. Right? That's not defamatory to say that. I'm adopted. It's the same thing. Mike, could you go over the adoption paperwork, please? I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Here, let me. I don't know if I'm going to really go over it, but I'll show it to you. I got to save that. Oh wait, no, I don't need to save that. Sorry, I was working on some stuff. Don't save. Here's one thing about these documents, okay? If you asked a lawyer for adoption paperwork, this is not normally what you would get back. I'll say that. I'm not disputing that these aren't. I'm not disputing that these aren't real. Not at all. I believe they are real. In fact, one of them I have seen before. But this is what you see. Okay. So this is one of the things he sent me. Okay, and it's stamped. That's the judge's name. But this is a picture. Okay, this is not a PDF. This is not a scanned document type of thing. This is a picture that Michelle took and sent to Bruce. And look, this is a poor man's redaction up here. Why is that covered up? I find that to be very suspicious. Why is that covered up? Here's another page of it. Again, you have the judge. Okay. So you know, I'll let you guys, if you want to pause this and read these for yourself. This is what he provided me. He actually wanted me to put this on the air, so there you go. I'm putting it on the air. I don't get, why would you send me this? Why the hell would you send me this? This is a handwritten thing by her. Why were you sending me this? Like this has no legal bearing whatsoever. What kind of lawyer is sending this? And this is the final judgment. So there you go. Sarasota County, like that, I had seen this page before. But this doesn't tell you anything. I would imagine that it's sealed. That's why he's like, why don't you go get it? Because it's sealed. Like I can't see anything from it. But you can see, look, this is the same same background here. So she just took pictures from her house. That's a pet adoption. That's funny. Well, Harley Grace is kind of her pet. It's a phone picture. Oh, absolutely is. So I'm not saying that these aren't real. I believe that these are absolutely real documents. Save that for the handwriting expert. I think they already have everything they need for the handwriting expert. But you know, if I were to ask any other lawyer, if they were saying, well, this is true, and I said, okay, well, provide me the documentation, most of them are going to send me a PDF. They're going to send me a PDF that is going to be like, was stamped with the case number. These are just pictures that she took in, like, this is so weird. You know, this is not how it's ever done. And I've contacted lawyers for stories before, and when they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you that stuff, like, they're not giving me handwritten notes from their client. Like, to me, like, would that not be a violation of attorney-client privilege? I don't know. But she calls Harley mommy. Yeah, it's you know, I'm used to that because I'm out here in California. All the Mexicans, you know, Spanish speakers, they say mommy, M-A-M-I. It's weird even when they do it. To, you know, I don't get it. Private adoption, it would have been normal if she would not have been approved. Well, I mean, there's a lot of drug people who sell their babies. I don't know if this is that type of a situation. Don't know. I don't see where she would have the money, but I do know that happens. You know, hello from the land of Oz. I like that, Bonnie. But yeah, like, so there you go. He wanted me to inform my viewers. I was like, Bruce, haven't you being on the show informed my viewers? Like, that's the biggest stream I've ever had. The biggest video that is 5,000 more views than my next highest video. That stream of me and him. So to say that my viewers are not informed, that not only got my viewers, it got way more than my viewers. I got casual watchers who came in on that one. So yeah, like, my viewers, you informed my viewers. I really didn't need to do that. It cost me nothing. So fine. There you go. You got the time. Once again, Bruce is taking my time. He's stealing my time. The father would have to sign it also. It doesn't show that on either side. Ooh, we got a super chat. Lemon character bowing to his head while spreading hearts with his arms. 20 GBP. That's quite a bit, I believe. Thank you, Sassy J. I appreciate that. Sassy J in the UK. I like that. Tea time. Lynette makes $15,700 per month. Harley brings in $650. That's why she's yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. The child has always been a way to make money. Just Googled it. I've never heard it, mommy, but I'm in SoCal. That also means sweetheart. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't speak Spanish though, so that's why it seems weird to me. Mike, talk about the difference of adoptions type. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to go because I'll misspeak, and then I'll have Bruce trying to send letters to YouTube to get me taken down because, well, he said this. He literally said in his letter that I'm defaming his client. Here's the thing: YouTube does not care about defamation. It does not care. What it cares about is copyright infringement. It, it cares about like using things to bully. I made a good faith complaint. I'm not trying to bully anyone. Does she not realize inviting people onto her property is consistently bringing her problems? Consistently. Point one, legal guardian. Most jurisdictions recognize the parents of the child are the natural guardians of the child. Yeah, and parents may dictate other. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to go through all this though, because I appreciate it though. Ooh, who is this? Shart posted something. Oh, Shart is in, that woman. She makes a new friend every day she looks in the mirror. All she's doing is making. Oh, absolutely. All she's doing is making it worse. Okay, you just wanted me to have it. Thank you. I have a question. Many people from the military. My dad's military flag burned up in a fire, and so did his Purple Heart. To get them replaced. We can get them replaced, Susan. Okay, if you need to, you can always send me an email at veteranation@protonmail.com. Was your dad stationed anywhere that has a link to you? Because I can work to try to get you a flag that was flown over that station. But yeah, we can get you a replacement flag. Fox and Tug turned him down. He got butthurt. Yeah, yep. And see, I didn't know that before I had him on the show. Short is a narcissist, and I think she's a little short on the picnic basket. Oh, no, not a little short. Not a little short. She's very much short. Like, she wants to be a forensic journalist. No, you can be an investigative journalist. There's no such thing as a forensic journalist. You can be like a forensic scientist. You can do what do they call it? Forensic auditing. For like money and stuff, financial forensic auditor. Yeah, you can do that. But I've heard of classes called forensic journalism where they teach about forensic science, but they yeah. Saw Shart on someone's channel. She spoke untruths. Oh yeah. She, as she said, she posts rumor and conjecture. Any journalist, if I were gonna say conjecture, I'll say, look, here's what I think is happening. I'm not sure. Like, that's what I'll say. If it's a rumor, I'll say I've heard this, or I do know people have said this, but I can't verify it. That's how you present those. You don't present it as fact. She presents it as fact. I'm reading a book right now, How to Be My Own Best Friend. Shart and Deuce are no longer on YouTube together. I wonder if there's a domestic or if they split and let the kids go to Lynette. I was born 82nd Airborne in Vietnam. He was in the process of getting disability for Agent Orange, but died before it all went through. He was stubborn and waited too long. If his claim was valid, you should talk to a VSO, because I think you can get all the back pay that he should have gotten from when he filed to the date of his death. Kitty Kate, no, she wants the RV back, claiming it was hers. Good luck. Possession is 9/10 of the law. They're never going to get that RV back. She has a website and a fictional writer, and this gets her attention. That's what people like her want, need. All you have to do is research her website. Yeah, she's nuts. She's nuts. Bruce sent a letter to Travis saying they will sue if the trailer is not returned. Oh, yeah, of course he will. This is what the dude sent me. Here, he sent it to me, so that's like if you're gonna send something to a journalist, you should expect them putting it up. So I'll download it. I'll show it. I really don't care about it. Like it's nothing that like I'm like I looked at it. I was like, yeah, good luck, dude. Okay, Bruce. RV. Okay. Downloading. Okay, I'll share this screen with you guys, and we can read it. Here we go. Okay. From Bruce Matzkin, Esquire. In Malden, Massachusetts now, huh? Interesting, because I saw Meridian, Connecticut. Connecticut. Uncle got a Silver Star for bravery in World War II shortly afterward. KIA jumped D-Day, was at Battle of Bulge, died during Operation Market Garden in Holland, had PhD Notre Dame. Very interesting. Awesome. Lloyd had the title and everything for the RV. Yeah. Dear Mr. Willis, further to my message sent to you on GoFundMe, I am placing you on notice of legal action against you for theft of the RV from Miss Preston's property. In addition to claims for invading her property, invading her privacy, and inciting strangers to call CPS, Miss Preston had a valid enforceable contract with Lloyd Campbell whereby he would live on the property rent-free with $500 a month credit towards the $9,000 agreed purchase price. Once Mr. Campbell left, the balance would be paid to him at $200 a month. As he lived on Miss Preston's property for 5 months, he is owed $6,500 to complete Miss Preston's purchase of the RV, payable $200 a month. Based on your public videos, it is clear you are in control of the RV unless you ensure it is preserved pending resolutions of Miss Preston's claim and not sold or donated. You'll be liable for damages for interfering with Miss Preston's contract for a loss of the RV. If I do not receive a response from you or legal representative by Monday, August 26th, I will assume you intend to give the RV to the veteran pictured in your GoFundMe and will proceed without delay to initiate legal action against you. Good luck. Good luck. If there's a bill of sale between Lloyd and this other individual, which Travis is collecting money for, good luck, Bruce. Good luck. Because I don't think she has any proof. I really doubt it. She'll have an email from someone else and put it up and see, they said it, debunked. Yeah, where's the contract? Where's the proof? Where did they make payments? Has she made a payment? Here's the thing. If they had that agreement, she should have made payments to him. A $500 a month credit. I think Bruce is slapping around with lawsuits, hoping. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Show the written contract. Yeah, there is nothing. There's nothing. If he had something, he'd be showing. Like, look at how he is with everything else. If he had anything, he'd be screaming it from the rooftops. I have this, and he'd be showing it. He's not showing it. It's a bluff. We've got 142 people in here. Everyone, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all those good stuff. Turn notifications on. Oh, I see Angel Perez. So she is our newest member to the Veteran Nation Facebook group. Thank you for joining. Lloyd was giving JC money. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. How does he have time to send all these letters to Florida residents when he has no license to practice in Florida? Well, I mean, he can send letters. He can send threats. He can do that. They don't have to do anything. It's not. Willis would not say it's his property, that it's Lloyd's property. And if she wants to sue anybody, sue Lloyd. Just because he's in possession of it doesn't mean it's his. He can't turn over possession. he's fishing for content. Oh yeah, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. All that is happening is they're trying to get money because she is locked up at property at Marion County. Bruce is taking advantage of this vet and needs to stop. Oh, I totally agree. Um, she wanted to make a $50 down payment. Reminded him he owed him 140. Yeah. Lloyd received a text from that she wants to buy the RV. They did not have a contract. Yeah, they have Lloyd's phone. They can prove all that. That's what I'd say. Okay, yeah, take me to court. Take me to court. There's no bill of sale. Adoption papers, RV contract said it's all available to see, but he can't or won't provide it. He did provide me the adoption paperwork, Diana. If you rewind back in the stream, it is there. He did send it to me. It looks janky. I'll say that. The way it was done, he is not in possession of those documents like as a PDF. You know, like why, as the attorney, if this is his big deal, why doesn't he go to Sarasota and unseal the records? He can do that. Larry was on Megan last night. Buckle up. I did watch a little bit for what I could. I eventually had to make dinner. Even a variable contract is hard to prove. Yeah. Adoption papers done. She was never investigated in the first place. I mean, I've heard that. The only thing that was disputed when the cop was the refrigerator. Yeah. And that's the thing. If she wants to fight this in court, that's perfect. Let her pay the court costs, and Lloyd can countersue for his refrigerator back. That's how you. When they start losing money, that's when she'll stop with all these lawsuits. No, they did show me. Paula in the earlier in the stream, he did send me 4 documents. They're very weird. They're just pictures of the documents. They're not the documents themselves, so they're very weird. But he did send them to me. So I am saying I believe that there is an adoption. Looks weird, but there's an adoption. I'm hearing that Bruce doesn't even live in the USA. So he lived outside of the USA. Someone did send me that. Yeah, he wrote an article. He lived, was it Turkey? I read through it real quick, but it wasn't anything I felt the need to commit to memory. Yeah. We all know all this will end when it starts costing Lynette money. It's being disputed. Yes, because there are things that just don't pass the smell test for me. The Attorney General's office. Yeah, I did hear that. I'm still, and I think our change.org petition, which was up to 900 signatures last I saw. So keep sharing that out. We're at 913 now. So keep sharing that out because people are taking notice, and that's the goal. The phone call, they didn't listen to the phone call. That was a step. The petition is a step. The letter is a step. We take these steps, and it's because we have to do things the right way, but we have to organize. We absolutely have to organize. I'll tell you what the next thing will be. It'll be a group who just gets tired of all of this and starts a community action group to stop all this nonsense in Otter Creek. That's what'll be the next thing. No judge in their right mind would allow someone who's that old to adopt non-blood. I don't know anything about this judge. Apparently Megan Fox does. I did hear her say something about that. DeSantis does not want the publicity and told them to clean up their act. I believe that 100%. Based upon I believe that because the letter that I got back, I'm used to getting letters back from government agencies. Most times I don't show them on the show. But like up here, I still have the letter from the judicial ethics. Yeah. And people were like, you're wasting your time. This was from the judicial ethics, where they said, look, this is nothing that we can investigate. That's fair. But when you're taking the time to write these letters, and when you have an organization like a 501c called Veteran Nation, and people know I'm an actual veteran, it does, with some politicians, it does bring me some legitimacy, and some politicians know how us veterans can be. We're a very tenacious bunch. Like, you ignore me today, I will be back here with a bunch of crusty, old, pissed off dudes who want to do nothing but disrupt your life. You should always, if you're a politician, listen to veterans, take the time just to hear them out. Just to hear them out. That's what many politicians have learned over the years. Just hear these guys out. Maybe you do something for them, maybe you don't, but give them their time to speak. That's really what most of them want. So we're doing these steps. I'm not saying my letter is the reason why the appeals court ruled the way they are. No. But the thing is, it makes people aware. It makes people aware. And transparency is the first step to accountability. I used to always teach my Marines, the best disinfectant is sunshine. So if you have mold growing somewhere, you open up the curtains and it will kill that mold. It will kill that mold faster than anything else. The sunshine will do more than any other cleaning product you can use. And it's the same with government. You force transparency, and you'll be surprised how quickly people clean up their acts. That's Otter Creek. The smaller the government entity, the faster it is. Mr. Coop commented, I'm back. Nice. The smaller the government entity, the easier it is to clean up the corruption, believe it or not. And counties are not that big. They are not that big. And so I'm going to be writing the letter next. That's actually what I was hoping to get to it today, the first draft. I'm not going to show you guys the first draft, but I'll do a first draft, and then probably tomorrow you'll see my next letter. It'll go to the governor. I know it's going to go to the governor, and it's going to go to DCF, Levy County, and probably to Levy County commissioners. Because you saw Amanda Martin gone. I wrote my letter about Amanda Martin. I'm not saying that was what did it, but that made a lot of people aware. It made a lot of people aware. And that's what this is about. The more people who know, you'll get other government workers who'll be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're going to get us all fired. Dude, what the hell? JH is still trying to get the judge disbarred from the bench. I support that. And here's the thing. We want to talk about doing a group. Let's do a Facebook group to get Judge Grudge disbarred. I'm telling you, folks, I have met women, two ladies who lived in Iowa. They got the laws in Iowa changed because their children were being isolated during COVID because they refused to wear a mask or get vaccinated. They were putting these kids in the corner. Two ladies that this happened to their kids, they started a Facebook group. Before you knew it, they had 15,000 people. The laws in Iowa got changed. Organization is always where it's at. The more people you have organized, and some people are going to be active, some people are going to be passive, just like this petition. How many people? 913 people signed this petition. How many people agree but didn't sign? How many of those people are voters in Florida? Let's say for every one that signed, there's two that didn't, which is very reasonable. Very reasonable. So that means right now there's 2,700 people who didn't sign. Well, guess what? In a state like Florida, in a county like Levy County, there's going to be a percentage of those who live in Levy County. Let's say it's just a couple hundred. I was looking at the results of the elections. Many of these elections had only like 5,000 votes. 100 votes can flip an election. It can flip a 10,000 vote election. That's 1% of the electorate. It can flip it. So don't. I know Tug and Megan don't believe in petitions. I'm not saying they're the be all end all. It's a step to showing organization. We're showing the petition, then we're going to do letters, and I will publish the letter as a form letter. So if you all want to download my letter, print it off, sign it, and send it, go right ahead. If before I do that letter, I'll do like how I did last time. I'll do it on Google Docs. If you would like to be a signatory to that letter, I'll put your name on it, and you can digitally sign it. So we can do this, and that shows organization. Someone in Levy County, if you want to take my petition and go get actual signatures in Levy County, that would do more for this than anything else. And you don't have to be in Otter Creek. You can do it in Bronson. You can do it in Chiefland. You go to Volusia County, get signatures there, because again, we're sending it to the Attorney General. These politicians get scared of organized groups. Organized groups. If you have an issue and you're organized, you can. I'm telling you, there's a proposed nuclear power plant for Levy County. I support nuclear power. I really do. It's very clean and it's incredibly safe. Teddy is listening with me. Oh, awesome. I just saw the picture. That's cute. Thinking this is the part of our messed up legal system that has gone from impartial to party-based. Well, different courts have different things. It needs reform. It absolutely needs reform. I don't know what that reform is going to look like. I would actually be open to talking to experts about it. But our court systems absolutely need reform. Absolutely. The way What the Hell's lawyers wrote the recusal filing, they made it so he either dismisses himself or it will cost him his license. Judge will cook his own goose over I think he's going to recuse. I know there were people saying no, they don't think. I think judges don't like being overturned. They do not like it. I guarantee you he hated that. And he doesn't want it happening again. I know he could. Yeah, ex-Mayor Russ, his son, was just voted off Levy County Board. Yeah. Yep. And don't think Otter Creek and Russ didn't have a hand in that. I guarantee you that switched some votes. I'm not saying it was a ton, but in a close election, that can be the deciding factor. And trust me, elections can get close real quick. Do you ever see why they talk about on election day the weather reports? Because that can greatly affect who shows up. There is in the court of record the case against them where the indigent status was duplicate, incomplete, and only way to get it via email. There's a whole strategy to that indigent status. They're expecting this to get dismissed so that they can then take it into federal court. I know what the strategy is. Puppet Masters, Jeremy stated in a storage video today, he got a call, DeSantis is off the case. I mean, well, was that the old one or is this new one? I mean, I didn't watch the video yet. I might get to it. I normally don't watch his storage videos. I know those get the most things. Again, harassment, corruption are where my thing is at. Court will look at it and realize none of the defendants are Florida residents and have to toss it. Yeah, there's only a couple states where you can sue someone out of state. Guess what state I'm in? The Ninth Circuit allows me to do that. You sure you want to mess with someone in California and send letters affecting their business aspects? California will recognize the lawsuits. It's California and DC do it. I think those two circuit courts are some of the most corrupt, but California will let me sue if someone is doing things. And YouTube is located here. That's the other reason I could say, no, this lawsuit should be here, Your Honor. This is YouTube's in California. It's part of their terms of service. And he's writing letters to YouTube. I agree, Judge will remove himself, but would not cause the past case because he wanted revenge. I believe this judge watches YouTube. Will back down because of Larry. Okay, here's what I want. Oh, you're SoCal yourself? Okay, yep. I want Larry, and someone please, I don't have any comms with Larry. I want Larry to go into court and wear some suspenders and do the old-time Southern lawyer. Your Honor, this here petitioner followed Mr. Hales from Northport to Otter Creek. Have a straw fedora fanning himself in the courtroom. Your Honor, do we really have to continue with these here proceedings when none of the defendants' homes are in Florida? In fact, 2 of them aren't even part-time residents of the state of Florida. This here case needs to be immediately summarily dismissed. And then he's got his case files. Oh my God, I would love that. Someone clip that and send it to Larry. Yes, please do. You can make that a show, but your partners didn't want comedy. You see, if I'm not having fun on this show, it's not a comedy-based show, but I told him, I said, I will do jokes. And you guys see my jokes. They're not always good, but it's okay. If it's her legal name, then all the ones she tried against Jeremy were illegal. You can definitely argue that. Michelle Preston is her daughter. You can also make a claim that is stolen identity. Just saying. Sound like Boss Hog from Dukes. Get me them. Oh, how funny would it be. Your Honor, we intend to countersue Miss Lynette Preston and them Duke boys. All white suit or a cream colored high waist. A high waist with suspenders. Oh my God. Oh. Oh man. Larry's on vacation. Yeah, he is. I have told people that the day I quit laughing, get out the show. Well over 6 months. Okay, you can, just because someone is in a state for over 6 months doesn't mean that they're automatically a legal resident. They can determine themselves to be a legal resident. Does not mean that they have to be. And I'll give you an example. Canadian citizens can come into this country and live in this country for 18 months. They're still citizens and legal residents of Canada. Now, some states have laws about when you can be a legal resident. But yeah, it's for them. I mean, look at Trump. They sued Trump in New York, and he said, "I'm a resident of Florida." Okay, yeah, he lived in New York for all these years. He now lives in Florida, but really, you can still, like, I could have claimed Ohio for longer than what I did. Really, because if I pay taxes there and I still have mail going there and I have, properties there and stuff like that, I could be like, no, I'm still a resident of Florida. I just live here. All my business stuff is still there. All my taxes and everything are still there. I vote there. Like, in some states, you don't have to be a legal resident of the state to vote there, as long as you're not. Florida has that 6 months and 1 day. But that's when you can claim status. You don't have to. There's like, that's literally not a law. No one's coming after you if you don't. Megan talked to Larry last night on a stream. I believe he said he's going to be back next week. Yep. I made the turtle milking one, but I did make an image of Lynette as Turtle Lady and BLM as BM as a clown. I've had some fun with the AI stuff. If you guys see me on Facebook, you can tell I've got my Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, you know. But everyone's getting sued by Lynette and her attorney. George and Jeremy are both residents of Ohio. Yeah, and I like even with George spending more time in Florida, she could be like, that was for these reasons this year. I'm going back to Ohio. I lived I lived in Abu Dhabi for 14 months. I was living in Abu Dhabi. I had was paying rent on a place here in California, but my legal residence at that time was still in Ohio, and it was perfectly legal. So yeah, like people make a big deal out of it. It's really not that big of a deal. All it takes to leave to Florida and go back to Ohio for one day, and that 180-day rule. Yeah, yeah, and there are places who have rules like that. Uh, Only reason New York could sue Trump was because he had business headquarters still there. Um, mm, there were other reasons they could sue him there. Um, the Yeah, there were. I mean, don't get me wrong. The whole New York thing was really shady. How they passed that law. He should never have been sued because he was. Just because you pass a law today doesn't mean the crimes of yesterday. I forget what the legal term is. The crimes of yesterday are you get prosecuted for them. No, it's you pass the law today. Going forward, that's the law. Well, they changed everything in New York, and it's one of the things that he's going to appeal on because yeah, it was bullshit. Um, Bruce is going after Megan Fox for making Lego stuff about Lynette's place. Good luck. That's what I say about it. Good luck. I mean, I know he's saying that he's going after her. When something's actually filed is when I believe it. This guy has a lot of talk, I believe. Stationed in Germany for 5 years, still a legal resident of Pennsylvania. Absolutely. Hi from Vermont. Ooh, I've got a very good friend that I went to boot camp with in Vermont. In fact, I gotta reach out to him. I haven't done it in a while. I thought the shit shed was very good. Watching this channel makes me smarter. I mean, if I know about something, I'll talk about it. And if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. Like I didn't want to get into the whole thing on adoption because I'm not as well versed on it as others. I'm not a lawyer, but due to past long distance relationship, we learned the laws. I don't know if Cali or the other state had it. If you live 6 months one day in another state for 3 years straight, California tries to do a lot of that stuff. I took mine for what I thought was like I didn't want to be a resident of California for the longest time, and they were like you got to change your license. I was like, yeah, no, I don't actually have to do any of that stuff, because like I go back to Ohio about every 6 months. I was just there last month, 4th of July. I was there. I will be there for the holidays. So yeah, no. Uh, my hubby was in Germany for 7 years. And here's the other thing: you don't have to live in states to have a business there. My business is based in Wyoming. A lot of people, they incorporate their businesses in Delaware, and they don't live in Delaware. Those two states make a lot of money from out-of-state people forming businesses in their states. They have very, very, very what do I say? Good business laws for incorporating in their state. And California had a major problem with me incorporating in Wyoming, but sorry, I can legally do it. Don't care. I'm not the only owner of the company. Veteran Nation, Cali, New York residents from PA or Cali probably the most screwed up laws in the country. Actually, I'll say this: I love New York's voting laws. They have the strictest voting laws of anywhere else in the country. Like they are very strict when it comes to their voting laws. You want to talk about you have to show an ID. You have to be registered already before you come in to vote. You don't get a absentee ballot unless you provide a reason. Here's the thing: even if you provide a reason, they can deny you to vote. Like they have the strictest. That's why I love when people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't have to have an ID to vote," which is stupid and dumb. because absolutely that's like the bare minimum you should have. New York has, like, whenever they try to say, "Oh, this is racist," when I'm like, New York has that exact same law. In fact, there's a stricter, and it is. Retired, okay. I like Wyoming, but love Montana. Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna incorporate a business, consider Wyoming, consider Delaware, and there's a couple other states now trying to make it that friendly because they get money into the state of people who are never even in that state. California is trying to, if you move from California, they want to still be able to tax you. It's not legal. Anyone paying that money back to California is just stupid. When I move from California and they say, "Oh, you owe us tax money," I'm going to say, right here. I'm not trying to get my channel taken down. Widow of a Marine Corps veteran, I agree. The VA sucks. They do suck. They suck. Anyone who disagrees and anyone who wants government health care, go to a VA and look how bad they suck. Go to a VA. Talk to the veterans at the VA and how much they're being jerked around. It's very rare. Like, a friend of mine has been in the last 5 years, she's been under the care of 4 different VAs. She finally found a good one. 4 different ones. 3 sucked. 1 really sucked. But now she finally found a good one. And she was willing to move all the way around the country to find good health care. And finally she found it. And she's in Biloxi, Mississippi. New York, the absentee ballots are only for federal offices. Yep, see? Very restrictive. Very restrictive. Not one dime of the money they're raking in is going to line up. When I lived in Mexico, all the expats register their car in South Dakota because South Dakota does registration. Yeah, there you go. See, you can do all that stuff. And there are people here in California who will be like, "You have to change your registration." Okay, well, where do I have to do that? It's law. Okay, what law? Yeah, your vehicle has to be legally registered. That's the law. Need to show ID to vote because my grandma's been passed for over 2 decades now. We still receive. Yeah, that's actually how they how most voter fraud happens is you'll get ballot stuffing where people are like, okay, these people voted, these people are on the rolls who didn't vote, so, and these are where you see if you ever subpoena the ballots, that's where you see where like 1 or 2 positions are actually filled out. And yeah, there, if you go back and look at the names of those ballots, you're like, oh, the same person signed for all these people on the ballot. Yeah. Detroit, back in 2016, Jill Stein was suing because Hillary Clinton won Michigan. And it was all because of the votes that were coming into Detroit. And Jill Stein was like, hold on, I got a bigger percentage of the vote. And see, that all matters because when you get a certain percentage of the vote, you then, if you're going to run again, you don't have to get all the signatures and stuff. And she sued in Detroit, and they were starting to go through those ballots and realized they stuffed way more ballots of people than were on the voter rolls. And very quickly, the DNC and Jill Stein settled that lawsuit, and she got a lot of money. She got a lot of money. And that's why that happened. I'm not going to say it's rampant and it happens all over, but it'll happen in some of these shady places like Detroit and Chicago. Yeah, it happens there. New York, we get a card with a scan code to make sure it's you, and you sign on the screen. Yep. I've been trying to get the VA to buy me a track chair so I can go into my yard, which is sand, living in the desert. Yeah. They have stonewalled me. They will. They will. You got to keep fighting them, Roy. Contact your congressman. Contact your congressman. If your congressman won't help you, contact your senators. They all have a call and ask for the veteran liaison and just say it that plainly. I need a track chair. Just be like, this is what I need. This is what you can help me with. Make it easy for them. Her donations were never up to begin with. She always puts on all of her tax pay. Yeah, yep. But the thing is, that's going to be an IRS thing. You can write to the IRS, but they don't care about people who don't really make a lot of money. They might take her tax status away. That's what I could see the IRS looking and be like, okay, yeah, you lost your tax status. You can file again in a year or 2 years. I don't know about your channel, but learned about here the other the umbrella guy exposing Bruce's threats, and a big part was your CPS call he didn't like. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And there's more. There is more. I have all of the screenshots of the things that Bruce was sending to me, and I finally had to tell him, stop contacting me. I am blocking you. Stop contacting me. In this letter to Travis, he then emailed me. So I could make a complaint for harassment. I have spoken to my attorney. I do have an attorney, and we talked a little bit about what we want to do. So things are going to happen. I don't know if I'll ever talk about it live on air. It's not that exciting, so you're not really missing anything. Maybe not the IRS, but Social Security paying your disability and social services. Yeah, you can come. You can absolutely complain to those, and you have. She has given you the proof. You have it. Hey, here's what she's saying. Here's her GoFundMe. You tell me, how do these things match? She's now discussing the DCF visit, not wise on her part. She's digging her own grave. Oh yeah. She's relied on the corruption and people looking the other way. He's still talking about you on those feeds. I live in his head. That's why I said that was a love letter. Did you guys see my karaoke stuff? Did you like it? Did you like my singing? Today I've got Neil Diamond in my head. Hello again. I've come to talk to you again. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. Sorry to put this here, but Bruce is leading Lynette in a phone interview again. This is insane. I mean, here's what I'll tell you. Most attorneys, and I had a guy who's very anti-Hales. He was emailing me, and I told him, you need to get an attorney. I'm not saying sue Jeremy, but if you're going to talk about this, you need to get an attorney. And I said, most likely that attorney's going to say, if you really want to go on these shows, let me go on it with you, and let me, when you start getting into something, I'll jump in, because you want your attorney to to protect you. Bylaws, if I'm right, it's not harassment until you prior told them to stop and need to prove it. Oh, I have in writing. I sent. He was messaging me. He was commenting back to me in Facebook, and I told him, look, don't contact me unless if it's for this. And he contacted me again. I said, okay, this is harassment. Don't ever contact me again. I am now blocking you. And that was last night. Today he sends me an email. Definitely not. I would say probably not in line with his license ethics. I don't want Skipper to take down Bruce before DUI. Get this. If he wants to box me for charity, nah, I never want to do anything with that guy. He was mad. Why is Kim calling me a snake? Well, because you just proved at that point he hadn't proved it, but he did prove himself as a snake. Literally on live as she's talking, he's not stopping her at all. Yeah, any lawyer that tells you, oh yeah, go ahead and talk about it, is not doing you a favor. Two things. If a lawyer is not telling you to shut up, you got a bad lawyer. If a lawyer is not telling you, if you ask, can we win this? And they say, oh, it's a slam dunk, you got a bad lawyer. A lawyer that says, that's going to be a good lawyer, because they know once you get in that courtroom, anything can happen. And I knew that, when I was in court a little bit over a week ago, over the TRO. I wanted the TRO gone. They were trying to drag it out again. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't want this. And they went into chambers, and my lawyer came out and was like, yeah, they wanted a continuance, but they agreed to drop everything if we drop everything. They were dropping the TRO and didn't want the evidence to be looked at that proved that they lied. And because I had a contempt of court motion against them, and they were going to be found guilty because it was a slam dunk contempt of court. But I just wanted the TRO gone. They agreed to drop the TRO. I don't need to drag things out. I'm okay. Yeah, I'll drop the contempt of court. TRO's gone. That's gone. And you know, I'm doing quite well. I'm doing quite well. She says she's innocent, but tries to plead the fifth. Yeah, right. I'm not going to believe the advertising the channel. It's all bull. Yeah. Don't put the name of the channel. On average, YouTube pays 1 to 3 cents per view, or about $18 per 1,000 views. I'm not sure about that. This week I had 19,000 views, so that should be way more money than what I got. And the only thing I don't have monetized here is memberships. I haven't set up memberships. Channel she's been on. Oh yeah, of course they are. I know what channel she goes on. And yeah, they're people who talk rumors. That's all they do. They talk rumors. I'm sure there are groups out there. Someone earlier in Tug's live said that Deuce told the two lices to block lineup. Oh yeah, no, I saw the screenshot. I saw the screenshot of that. That is absolutely true. I wasn't in there, but someone's. That's one thing. When you start talking about this stuff, people talk. I think it'll be fun when we get the Discord up. I think that'll be fun because we'll be able to talk in there about some things. And I really, as I think about it more, I really like the idea of doing the Discord with a veterans only section where if you prove your veteran status, I will do. I was thinking a T-shirt from the Proud to Have Served on the back, locations and been to go to. Yeah, we could. It's hard to do one where it's like individual things because I got to make a shirt for everything like that through that group. Never got a penny from my YouTube. I've had my account a long time. Well, you're not monetized, Eric. We got to get you monetized. Everyone follow Eric at KD7LTN. It's right there in this thing. That's his YouTube channel. But yeah, you need so many watch hours, so many followers. Like they put all these metrics that you have to hit. I know the channels, but have the urge. Yeah, I don't watch them. Like if someone sends me a clip, I'll watch the clips because I'm not giving them the views. I am not giving them any views. They can promote my channel all they want. They can say what they want about me all they want. They're insignificant. So they're hate, vile, inflammatory. Yeah, the one used to be one of Jeremy's mods and was removed. So why is it always the haters are people that have beef with him? Like always. Harper's Ferry, Iowa. I've got you on the map already. They act like they'll act like what Lynette is doing doesn't matter. Like calling someone a child rapist publicly doesn't matter. It's like, no, that absolutely matters. Do we have a shirt that says we support our vets? I don't. I do have veterans before illegals. I do have that shirt. But yeah, veterannationfoundation.com. You can check out all the stuff that we have. I got to do more linking to the YouTube channel and the merchandise store. And Twitter is supposed to allow me to do stuff as well. It's all just more evidence. We've got 230 people here. It's a shame that I'm not broadcasting on Twitter right now. I normally get the most views out of Twitter. Like here, that's been when I'm struggling to get 50 people on YouTube, I'll look at Twitter and it's like, 130 people are watching. That's awesome. The two fleas sound like old. The one sounds like a dude. Yeah. Like a James Earl Jones type. You know, they should rename their their podcast the Clucking Hens, because that's all it is. Many monetized upload videos from parades and stuff. I mean, YouTube monetization, they change the rules all the time. I just got another thing like 2 weeks ago. They changed more of the rules. When you live, we should have a section where we play. Actually, okay. So, some of you guys who are longtime fans know this. I have created a game for veterans to show people and educate people how. What's my Twitter account? At veteran_nation. That's what Veteran Nation, just an underscore in the middle. So this game is called Benefits Battlefield: A Veteran's Guide to Disability Claims and Disappointment. And I've got the rules. I can make up the cards for it and everything. What I need is someone who's artistically talented to help me make a board for it, because it does need a board. And it's not a Monopoly clone, but it's a fun game. Been helping a Navy vet, Squid Pro Quo. Yeah, I just subscribed to Squid Pro Quo yesterday, or no, today. She asked me to subscribe yesterday. I said I would, and I was able to find her. I just had to switch my account to be able to, because the Veteran Nation account won't let me subscribe people. I got to go to the Skipper Veteran Nation account. It's all weird like that. Never served. My dad was in Vietnam. My grandpa was with Doolittle's Raiders. Very interested in buying Veteran Nation merch for my dad. Well, here I think you might like some of the stuff we got. This is our merch store. I put this up today. This is the Shut Up Boot mug, and obviously the Shut Up Boot T-shirt. So the mug has our logo on one side, and then it says Shut Up Boot. And then we've got the Warriors mug. That one hasn't populated. This is the Veterans Before Illegals T-shirt. If you want to get them a funny shirt, I've got these based upon the bases. Like this one's Fort Polk, the most oppressed duty station in America, where all of your hopes and dreams come to die. I've linked below. I do have it in the ticker. It's just veterannationfoundation.com. Here, I'll put it up on the did it go up? No. There you go. That's our website. Oh, did it lose the? Oh yeah, we lost this. I'm sorry. Was the screen share not on? I apologize. So, Veterans Before Illegals. That's that shirt. What? Oh, Camp Lejeune. Here you go. This one's a funny one. Camp Lejeune, stay hydrated. Drink the Camp Lejeune water. Here's the Fort Polk one. I actually designed all of these. Where is? Oh, there we go. So I actually copied that alligator. So here I do want to put this back up. And here's the thing. I know you guys always want to, here's 29 Palms. 1 out of 5 stars. You can find better leaders in a kindergarten classroom. Here's the Shut Up Boot mug. So I've got a Warriors mug that's up here. I'll have to pull it up. There you go. Shut Up Boot. Good mug. Shut Up Boot T-shirt. Why is it saying that? Okay, all products. I'm looking here. So not all of the warriors walked on 2 legs. That's that one of the soldier with the dog. This is my rape whistle. That's this pink one. This one here is, in my defense, the flight attendant said to familiarize myself with all the safety features. I'm not seeing the new mug that I did. Here's the new mug. The Warriors Brew coffee mug. This one it says it's public. Yeah, it says it's public. So maybe I have to refresh or something. This one, probably whiskey, and then our Veteran Nation Foundation on the back. Find not fund. A box of reticles for the tank sites. He has hit me hard with trespass order that Lynette put on her. Bunch of BS about. Oh, of course, she's just gonna lie through her teeth. That's why I'm not really that worried. Wonder if that would count as by doxing by the so-called attorney. I mean, interesting. It's interesting. So there we go. That's the site. So I'll have to maybe it's my cookies. Why that new mug? But it says it's a mug. One side's got our logo. Other side says probably whiskey. And if you're a fan of this show, you probably need whiskey first thing in the morning. That channel needs to be reported. I'm not engaging in taking anyone's channel down. I'm just going to ignore them. Do they ship from Cali? I'm not sure. Actually, I think they ship from Tennessee, if I remember correctly. Good night from Elk, Washington. Love you. God bless us all. Amen. Good. God bless to you all, and thank you for being worth serving, and also thank you for your service. Some squelch oil for the radio. Your last message came in garbled and unreadable. Over. But yeah, so that's the merch. I'm adding more merch. If you guys buy the merch, for a lot of that stuff, well, for all of it, a portion comes back to us, and you get something out of it. That's the thing. Yeah, we love donations, but I'm not here to give donations. I know people are like, you're a grifter. I'm not soliciting your donations. Not at all. If you donate to a veteran whose cause I'm helping, like Eric. Eric has a Give, Send, Go. He's already put it in the chat room tonight. Go donate to his. I don't want your money. If you buy a t-shirt, I won't get your money. It'll go into the Veteran Nation Foundation account, and when I do stuff with that money, I normally, like we did donate money from that to Eric. We did $25 last week. Some of that came out of the Veteran Nation Foundation money. It went to a veteran. I can't be any clearer about where the money goes. Mike, is 29 Palms still open? When I left in Cali in 2001, they were talking closing. They are not going to, trust me, they're never going to close this base. They actually added Johnson Valley to the base. Johnson Valley is bigger than Camp Pendleton complete size. This is the only base that's growing because they can buy from BLM more and more land that they can blow crap up on. And trust me, this base is growing. This base is Eric says, shut up, boot. Yep. Funny. Yeah, this base will not close anytime soon. Pendleton, actually, I believe Miramar will close. I can see Miramar closing and them taking all the aviation assets and moving them up here to 29 Palms. 100% can see that because this airfield is getting more and more use, and there's more and more encroachment on Miramar. And quite honestly, if they were to sell it, they'll make a lot of money. Take a look at what they did to El Toro and Tustin. Those are all being radically developed. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am buying property out here. I am becoming a landlord out here because for the next 10 years, this base is absolutely going to grow. There's going to be lots of renters out here. So I will rent to Marines all day long. My son is in Arkansas now. He's training for future Marines. Hoorah. Hoorah. I don't know if I would serve today. Yep, there's Eric's Give, Send, Go. Everyone, if you can, here, I'm going to show it on the screen. That's his Give, Send, Go. He's trying to get a mobility scooter. So, yeah, go. If you want to give to anything, go give to Eric. Great guy. Follow his YouTube channel at KD7LTN. You know, he's a good dude. In fact, yeah, he's so Eric has 40 subscribers. Can I get 5 of you guys? in here tonight to subscribe to at KD7LTN. Here, I'll show you what his channel looks like. This is Eric right there. Eric, we got to work on your thumbnails. But he does ham radio stuff. He is a chaplain. Here, I'll put the link. Hold on. Hold on, I'm dropping the link. Boom. Do you guys see it there? So that's the link. So yeah, subscribe to him. Give to his Give Send Go. He's a good dude. He's a preacher. He'll pray for you. Eric, that's what you should do. We should do Veteran Nation prayer requests where people can do prayer requests if they donate money to your thing, $1 or $2 to your Give Send Go, and then we'll come on live and pray for that person. I'm up for that. That's a positive thing. Eric, I was 71M. Thank you. I appreciate that. I see Roy subscribed. So, okay. Well, we got the 5 subscribers. Eric, you're up to 45 subscribers. And that's what I like doing here. I love doing stuff like that here. Okay, so someone sent me something funny. But so I'm gonna get off here because I actually gotta make me some dinner. It's 8 o'clock here. I haven't eaten. I have not eaten. But yeah, we want to help Eric. So, and a couple of you have sent me mobility scooters. We need to make sure Eric is a big guy with his health issues. He's gained weight, so we want to make sure if we get him a mobility scooter, we want to make sure it can handle his weight. But that is a bit hinky. Prayers are free. Okay, well, I mean, it'll be a donation. They don't have to donate to get a prayer, but if we do prayers, maybe they'll donate to you. I will. If you donate to Eric and ask me for your prayers, I will do a prayer video for you. It costs me nothing. I'll pray for you off air, but I'll do one for you on air. We want to take care of Eric. I'm gonna pull up the Give Send Go. Where is? Hold on, I'm looking for it here. GiveSendGo.com/scooter for USN vet. Okay, go back down here. So this is Eric's. This is Eric's Give Send Go. So right now he's raised $60. $4,500 is the goal. We see. Look, Veteran Nation. You guys donated $25 to me. I immediately turned it around and gave it to Eric. Eric is in need. We want to help him. So yeah, please give to Eric. Help him out. Suggest it be a 4-wheeler. Generally, those help with the 400. I don't know. Eric can tell you if he needs a 4-wheeler. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being worth serving. Keto. I don't know anything about keto. I need keto, I guess. I don't know. A friend of mine did Atkins, and it messed with him and threw his proteins and stuff off, and now he's fighting cancer. I saw a mobility scooter on Amazon with a 500-pound capacity for $2,000. Hey, if we can get that, great. If anyone gets a used one, I will negotiate with them to try to, because here's the thing. If we get a used one, I can give you the in-kind donation receipt. So if it's worth $2,000, but we can you're willing to sell it for $1,000, we get $1,000. I'll give you the $1,000 and then an in-kind receipt for another $1,000 because it's the monetary value as a donation, and you can use that in your taxes and stuff. I was in the 58th Engineers, 311 ARC. Check out 1 July 1997. It was nuts. Weekly Veteran devotional. Yeah, well, I want to do something like that. I think that's a positive thing. I want to get more veterans on this channel. I want to get female veterans. I would love to have a female veteran show on Veteran Nation as a platform. I would love that. That would make my day, because female veterans have a very different perspective. They have different things they have to deal with. I am going to have to go here, folks. I got to turn this off because I got stuff I got to get done here tonight. I got to go eat. I will be around. You guys can always DM me on all my various platforms. Join the Veteran Nation Facebook page. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a for only the members in that Facebook group, Veteran Nation. I think I'll do an Ask Me Anything. So if you guys want to come in there and ask me anything, I think I'll do that. Maybe instead of a coffee with the skipper, it'll be the Ask Me Anything, and then after that, we'll transition into coffee with the skipper. So, all right, folks, I appreciate it. You guys are great and amazing. I appreciate all of you for being here. Please, any veterans who would like to come on the show and tell their story. So if you have a relative who's a World War II, a Vietnam veteran, talk to them, show them the show. I would love to talk with them. Oh, thank you, the Nolanator. Thank you for your. Is this an order? Thank you for your order. I appreciate it so much. Some of that money is going to come up. Yeah, buy a T-shirt. You know that money will come back to me. We'll be able to help some people with it. But you guys, you humble me every single day. Love you all so much. We're gonna keep this positivity going. If you want me to do another karaoke, let me know. If you'll buy a bunch of T-shirts and say "Never Sing Again" publicly, we can talk about that. Thank you guys so much. You guys are great. You have a great night, and as always, thank you for being worth serving.